This episode of Like It or Not is sponsored by CH Peptides, a trusted source for high-quality research peptides like tirzepatide, BPC157, and IGF-1LR3. With fast shipping, consistent purity, and top-tier service, CH Peptides keep things simple and reliable. Want to learn more or book an appointment? Just call or text 707-380-6411. Tell them your boys from Like It or Not sent you, and you get 15% off your order. You can also order at chpeptides.com and enter Like It or Not at checkout for 15% off your order. So do not delay. Call today. That's CH Peptides. Products are for research use only, not intended for human or animal use. Complete Health Peptides makes no claims or promises regarding the effects of any product. This episode of the podcast is sponsored by Thompson Construction. Thompson Construction is an excavating and grading general engineering contractor based right here in Ukiah, California. They specialize in septic system installation and repairs, land and site development for residential, commercial, agricultural, anything you got going on. These guys can handle it. No job too big or too small. At Thompson Construction, they love what they do and they take the utmost pride in their work. Customer satisfaction and great attention to detail is a major goal of these guys. So give them a call today, 707-391-7679 for your free quote. That's 707-391-7679. This episode of Like It or Not is sponsored by The Thirsty Axe, Ukiah's axe throwing and music venue extravaganza. Go to thirstyaxe.com to view their calendar of all their upcoming events. Saturday, March 28th, we have a Bob Marley tribute featuring the Sonoma County roots band Soul Horizon. Saturday, March 28th, Soul Horizon doing a Bob Marley tribute night. Doors open at 8 p.m. Pre-sales online are $15. If you want to pay at the door, that's $20. But I suggest you go to thirstyaxe.com and get your tickets today for Saturday, March 28th with Soul Horizon doing a Bob Marley tribute night. The boys at Pure Blends Barbershop have done it again, ladies and gentlemen. Voted 4 years in a row best barbershop in Lake and Mendocino counties. That's right. If you want to go to the best, that would be Pure Blends Barbershop. Call right now to book an appointment, 707-472-6097. Get yourself looking good like Drew and I do at Pure Blends Barbershop. This episode of the podcast is sponsored by DC Customs. Class of 2026, we have a special announcement for you from DC Customs. Special shout out to our hometown Wildcats at Ukiah High School. We love supporting our local students and community. This offer is for you guys. 10% off wheel and tire packages, 10% off suspension upgrades, and 10% off side steps and running boards with a free DC Customs hoodie with purchase. A perfect graduation gift or an upgrade before heading into summer. Now through June 30th, only at DC Customs. My name is Carter Lane.
I'm Drew Nickel.
Let's start the
Welcome
show.
to the show.
I'm ready.
Oh my God. I think you have a problem.
Not now, but now. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my goodness.
Titicaca. I'm the great cornholio.
Are you threatening me?
I need TB for my bunghole.
Are you threatening me?
What's up, Drew?
What's up, bud? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
How you doing?
I'm doing just... Oh, I dropped my water. I'm doing just fine, man.
Yeah.
Another week. You know, the sun is getting warm, dude. It's all good. I'm just,
It's about to get colder, though.
Yeah, right.
That's what they say. They say we're in for another little rain.
We need some rain, dude. I went for a hike and I noticed that all the grass was starting to turn golden. It's like, no way, dude. It's March.
Hate it. Hey, I need to know from the audience out there, is anybody an arborist? Is that what I want to know? I have a really old cherry tree that my great-grandfather planted, like in my vineyard, right?
Let's chop it down.
No, it's all dying, but there's like one little section that's left. Each year it like dies more and more. I'm afraid this is the last year I'm going to get anything out of it, but I want to like save it. Like I want to take a cutting and like, you know, take that tree out and then replant it. But I think that's
Wait,
what?
you mean cut it and replant it? Just like
No, I want to know. I want
clone
to.
it.
I want to learn how to do that. I think you can do that. I think you can take a cutting from a tree and somehow make it grow roots and then replant that.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah, no, I think you can. But I need a tree guy. I need somebody, a fruit tree, who knows a lot about fruity
I think a
trees.
cherry tree is a hardwood. In a hardwood, you can graft, but I don't know that you can get it to sprout roots.
Okay, I'll graft the motherfucker. Whatever needs to happen, I just want it to be the same tree.
You got to graft
In a
it
new
onto like a
form.
new cherry tree. Like take the roots from a new cherry tree.
How do you know this?
Bro, I'm
I
an
know arborists. I'm asking them.
I'm an arbor. I know a thing or two about a thing or two, dude.
Doesn't sound like you know much about this.
All right, look,
What the fuck you talking about?
look it up. Can you clone a cherry tree?
Not clone. I want to take a piece of it, make it grow roots, and replant it.
You just defined cloning.
Yes, you can clone a cherry tree to produce a genetically identical tree using methods like hardwood cutting in winter or grafting.
Sounds like I know something about something, dude. I
You
just
said
all
no
those
to that
words.
question.
I said I didn't. Think
Yeah,
so.
see, I want to talk to somebody who knows about this and figure it all out.
Is it still producing cherries?
Yeah, but like very few. Like each year, the tree produces less and less, and now there's only this little section that's blooming right now.
Oh yeah, dude. You can
So I want to save it before it dies completely, and then rip that tree out and plant the new one.
cool.
Does that
dude.
make sense?
Yeah, I get it. I think you could do it.
All right,
See, it's gonna look like one of those ones there
that's fine for a while, but I want it to fucking boom.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to clone cherry trees? Cherry tree cutting. Yes. Yes.
Let's watch it. Come
Grow
on.
cherry trees from cuttings. That's what I want to do.
Okay, let's see. Are they gonna graft it or are they gonna make it grow roots?
Will learn how to propagate cherry tree from cuttings step by step. First, take stem
Can't hear it.
during early spring to summer from a healthy cherry tree.
Early spring to summer. That's where I'm at right now.
Disinfect the pruning cutter with alcohol or a dilute bleach solution.
Okay.
Okay.
When did AI
Clean
learn?
cutters. Got it.
Yeah. We don't need to watch you, dude.
Fucking clean cutters.
All right, fast forward. I'm bored.
Yeah. Get your cutters clean.
Semi-hardwood.
Hardwood. Wait.
Oh, now you
you
went too far.
missed the best part. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut it off, cut the leaves off, and plant the motherfucker.
No, dude, you gotta.
That's what it said.
I think you gotta dip it in a rooting solution at least.
Okay.
It should have at least one node at the cut end where roots will grow.
This is like the most boring podcast.
Okay, we don't need to watch this. I just want somebody to get a hold of me if you know what I'm talking about. You can help because I would really like to do that. It's a cool tree, but it's dying.
Yeah.
Needs a little help, dude.
What else is
projects are you on to right now, Drew?
Dude, I
what
don't
are we
have-
doing?
I don't have time for projects.
No,
dude.
you're taking a drum course, dude. That's cool.
Well, yeah, but that's like I've been playing drums. You know, I'm just now like actually taking lessons.
Don't downgrade my friend's status, bro. God damn, dude.
Yeah, so I'm taking drum lessons. I'm in a drum course online, which is an interesting taking drum lessons online.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Is there a lot of people like when you log in to do your thing? Is there like a lot of you ever sit in like
Yeah, so you got
Virtual
to
classroom?
you get homework, which is usually to work on one thing, and then you record it, and then you upload it to their app, and then they have classes that start at like at a certain time on different days, and you go to your class, and then you watch everybody's, including yours. So there's like
shit.
if there's like 5 to 10 people in your group, then you watch 5 to 10 people, and you're one of them. You got to wait for your turn, and you watch them, basically critique or watch the other people's, and then give them feedback. So
That's cool.
you
That's
learn a
fun.
lot from watching other people too. It's good.
Yeah. I did that one time. I did a writing class with this poet, Shane Koizen.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. He's famous for this video and stand-up poetry that he did called To This Day about bullying and stuff. I used to show it to the teenagers that I worked with. But yeah, he did like kind of the same thing. He opened up a class, I think it was during the pandemic, and you could take it and he gave you topics to write about, and then everybody like got together during the class and like read their poetry, and he like critiqued it in front of everybody. It
Did
was
you have to
cool.
like perform it, or could you just read it? or did you have to be like
No, you didn't have
Poetry
to
slam.
perform it. It was more the writing type. He's like a poetry slam dude, but he's hella cool. He has like symphonies behind him
Yeah.
that do the little music along with his poetry and shit.
Do you remember when there
dope.
was like Def Poetry Jam?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of like died out, huh? That was just like a fad or what?
Yeah, because everybody was like fucking, pickle walls, waterfalls.
Chicken ball.
Gotta go wash my balls. Like,
It kind of got played out. Huh?
Yeah, everybody's like, "Whoa, this is kind of gay."
Pickleballs, waterfalls, dude.
Yeah,
I like that poem though.
that'd be something you wrote, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of writing and getting critiqued, we got a new review.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, can you pull it up? I sent it.
From friend or foe, who
I,
shall you
that
be?
right there.
All right.
Click on that
Who's going to
sucker.
read it? You read it?
Yeah, I'll read it. It's one of my favorite. Actually, probably my favorite.
Oh.
So Shoppa Bappa writes 1 star. Kill your brain with one simple podcast. If you wish to lower your already room temperature IQ, but the prospect of bashing your head with a hammer sounds unappealing, just spend a few hours listening to these guys, and voila, you will find yourself substantially dumber than you were before.
Hey, fuck you, guy.
I love it so much. It's so
Let's
good.
read it again. If you wish to lower your already room temperature IQ, but the prospect of bashing your head with a hammer sounds unappealing. Just spend a few hours listening to these guys, and voila! I was wondering how you spelled voila. I did. That's good. It's right there, and you'll find yourself substantially.
I think that's
dumber.
actually viola.
Viola. I know it's all vulva. What is that word, dude?
I don't even. I'm too dumb to read that word.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thanks, Shoppa Bappa.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Oh, we finally got a review.
That one pretty much.
Look, all right, dude. Well, we're off to a banger, huh?
It was and it was only 7 months ago.
We just
so,
saw
what were we doing 7 months ago that was so cool?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
probably.
stoked on that one. That one is like my new favorite. There's that one, and there's the spiritual bro dude spiritualism one.
Yeah, yeah.
that one was a really good one.
We
too.
really get in some people's craw.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
If you have a review that's similar to this guy, we would love to actually hear your voice, and we have a phone number for you. If our producer could pull it up so we could read it off.
because we're
Well,
obviously not the brightest crayons
Yeah,
in the box, so we
I
can't remember.
I'm so dumb I can't
7
remember this
digits.
number, and it's at the top of this list.
And a producer can't find it either, so it's just the blind leading the blind over here. Like it or not.
I think Drew deleted it.
What? Oh, blame it on me. Fuck that number.
It's 707 something.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
Just dial a few and see if
Nobody
you get
know.
us.
Now that I deleted it from the thread, we'll actually never remember what the fucking number is.
No, it's
again.
on our Instagram, I think.
Okay. Well, he can bring that up in about 35, 45 minutes.
Yeah, we'll remind you.
It'll take him about that long to get logged in. Dude,
Oh my god.
only guy I know doesn't pay for anything, dude.
Okay, yeah, this will take him a while.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
so that really got my goose. That review. It was
Lake
cool.
Mendocino, huh? They're gonna give it a facelift here. Look at that.
Oh, so I listened to your podcast with Mo.
Oh yeah. What'd you think?
Well,
We missed you, dude.
I think that.
Glad your eyes are doing better.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. It's real hard when you got.
I got a lot of mixed feedback from that. You know.
I felt mixed about it, not in terms of Mo. I think I admire Mo and all that she tries to do for our community. I really do, and I admire her. God, she's just busy doing stuff. You know what I mean? She's just trying her best to help out, and I really admire that. And what I had mixed reviews of was like half of the podcast. It seemed like you were kind of bringing up things like, how do we deal with this? And she was kind of like,
Yeah, dude.
good question, Drew.
Yeah.
I don't really fucking know, man. Like, there's a lot of shit that's out of her control, right? And so that made me feel a little uneasy.
Yeah, because there's not really any answers to that.
Right. there wasn't really any. There was a lot of answers. Some of the podcast, I was like, okay, there's no answer to this question, and that made me a little nervous for the future of this place.
Yeah, because I think we were getting to the root of that. Like her and I were talking about like cleaning the rivers.
Yeah,
Because I've been known to complain about the status of the riverbanks, and
she's been known to clean it up.
been one to clean it up and then be like, you're a dumbass.
Yeah, but she stopped.
She stopped, but because my point was like, Mo, your job isn't to go out and clean the river. Your job is to figure out how to like push policy through that will prevent the river from being dirtied in the first place.
Yeah,
So you're not really like fixing the problem.
Band-aiding things.
And when then people see you out there like working, which is very noble. Like she bought a truck and fixed it and cleaned it and spend her weekends doing that, which means she cares. Like,
yeah,
it's commendable, right?
Yeah.
But the reality of it is like people want to see you behind a desk solving this problem. You know what I mean? Behind the, in the chamber or whatever it is.
And that's where it got me a little discouraged, is because she is only one person, and our county and our town rely on several different people making good decisions.
So here's what it comes down to. And we were talking about this off air, like after we stopped recording. And, I know you're not a big proponent of voting, because a lot of, and understandably so, right? I'm not bashing you on that, but a lot of people feel like their vote doesn't matter. And there might be some truth to that, with the exception of
Local elections.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like your vote in a local election really matters. Like she said, she beat out the sitting mayor of Ukiah to become the mayor by 34 votes. And she won her board of supervisors seat by the same, a little bit more, but it was like a margin of maybe, 80, like 100 and something votes, like not a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different boards and things that people actually have control of and run for, and we're not paying any attention to it.
Yeah.
Who the people are, what they stand for, if they even have the ability to create a solution.
Yeah, because who gives a fuck about the sanitation board?
Right.
Or things that don't catch your attention or you're not like passionate about.
Yeah, and I don't even think people really understand how local government works. Like
100%.
How do we pass local laws?
Yeah.
Is it a ballot measure? Who proposes them? Who brings them on? What do the board of supervisors actually do?
Well, I think it's also a problem finding good people in a small community that want to take on these jobs too.
Yeah.
Because you know what it's like trying to find an employee in this town.
Yeah. I mean, I think
let alone somebody who's qualified and like passionate and wants to do the right thing in government, in small government.
But I think that's true. I mean, there is definitely something to that for sure. But I think the reality is, does the people you're voting for think like you think? You know what I mean? Do you and do you is there a platform for us to figure it out? Because that was the other thing. It was like, okay, well, they think government's. She thinks we all think government's doing things behind closed doors, but to her, it's like it's out there for the public to input, but you have to know how to go and find where the government puts it up that this is what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm. I heard that part about how to get information out to people and make them aware.
Yeah.
Like community awareness.
And it's like, yeah, she posted on her own Facebook and Instagram, but it's also like, I think they could do a better job of communicating to the public, and I think that's really like what they should start to think about. Like, how do we communicate to the public? And I just think what scares me is the fact that there really isn't an answer to saving rural communities right now. Mm-hmm. And, you saw some people in the comments when we were talking about it being like, it's all an agenda, 2030 agenda to push rural people into the cities and blah, blah, blah. But I just think what's happening is, technology is taking over so much of the way life used to be analog. Mm-hmm. So, mom and pop businesses filled the void for the fact that there wasn't big box stores to go to all over the place, right?
Yeah.
And now that mom and pop niche is just filled with Amazon. Mm-hmm. Like instead of running down there and just buying you just have to get it on Amazon.
Well, that and the influx of cash isn't in our town anymore that kept these people alive.
I think there's part of that too. That's like, what does a rural community do to earn money? But that's kind of the thing, right? Because the jobs that are paying are usually centered more around, industries that involve some kind of tech and, or larger company or blah, whatever, fill in the blank. And where do you find those? Well, more populated areas.
Totally.
So I asked her, I said, give us a grade. And I know, everybody noticed she didn't give a grade. But what I found interesting was she's saying, well, we're not doing good, but we're doing about as good as everybody else that's like us. And I'm like, okay. So this is a bigger problem than just Mendocino County.
Sure. It's a rural county problem.
But
California, rural county's problem.
and I think the other thing is, what we deal with here is, this like, what is it? What do they call it? Nimbitism? Not
NIMBYism.
NIMBYism, not in my backyard isms.
Yeah.
It's a real problem. Like, people don't want anything to mess with the way they've had it for so long, but the way that they've had it, like, if things aren't growing, they're dying, and that's a challenge.
Yeah.
So
and then I thought you guys did great getting into the Potter Valley water dilemma and project and things like that. I don't think it's over like she thinks it's over.
yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just basically comes down to that somebody's got to step in and take PG&E's water right position and manage all of that, or it's going to be torn out. And if it comes out, then our right to that water goes away. Mm-hmm. And then you're stuck with whatever the senior water right holders want to give you.
Yeah.
And that's this Russian River project. You know what I mean? So, I think there's a lot of challenges, but I really think, I think Chad Bianco said it the best, is that government's solution to being ineffective is just to charge more to do it.
Yeah.
And that's not working.
I liked how you were like, can't we just give incentives?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If you do a great job, we'll pay you more. But so far,
like you didn't get any applications approved this week.
Yeah.
And we had 4 people come.
Yeah.
Like, your job should be to coach them through how to get their project approved.
Yeah.
Not tell them why they can't get it approved.
Right.
And I think that's the attitude shift.
Totally. It's like going to the DMV, and because everybody has to go to the DMV, they don't have to have customer service because they're the only DMV.
Right.
They're the DMV.
Right.
So you can go in there and they can treat you however they want to be because you have to be there. It's like that same mentality, right? Of like, well, we're the only game in town, so fuck off. We'll do it if we want.
Yeah. And so, we're searching for a new CEO, and I think that'll be a big hire and a big thing, but they really need to find somebody who knows their shit. We can't afford to have another fucking bum ass, person in there come and collect a check for just long enough for us to figure out that they
retire.
That they can't do the job, or exactly for them to want to move to some other place that'll pay them more for the last few years they're working, so that they get that cherried retirement, averaged in, or however it works.
I just saw the high school is also looking for a new principal.
Yeah. Why?
That's a big deal.
Is the principal a pedophile or something?
No, there was no controversy.
Well, that's good.
It's just moving on to
who's the
somewhere
principal?
else.
Was it
Dr. Alvarez, some lady?
Mm-hmm. I think
she's got real big mixed reviews.
Yeah, I think the reality is that we have to really start adopting a growth mindset, and that doesn't mean you got to just build and grow and be dumb. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, it needs to be strategic.
It needs to be very strategic, but it needs to be deshackled, and nobody just has any answers.
Yep.
And it's because they'll all blame it on the state. Well, the state is this and the state is that, and it's kind of like, yeah, well, there are cities and counties that are doing well in California. They're not all terribly broke.
Yeah.
They're not all destitute. They're not all losing their industry.
Yeah.
But ours seems to be, and there's a lot of things that we can do.
Yeah.
But you have to attract it, So I think you got to get the right people in there.
And is there any candidates for these open positions on the board or the CEO? Like I heard that there's a couple seats that are going to be up for re-election, but like who's up to fill them? Do we know that yet?
Yeah, I think all that needs to be. I think there's people getting ready to run, but I think it's a little far out. I don't know. But that's my point is like we don't even really know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we gotta get that together. And I know I harp on the cannabis thing, but I really think that like if you're going to attract tourism, it doesn't have to just be cannabis, but
What else is left?
cannabis isn't even left. That's the problem. Like there's nothing left. You know what I mean? Which is kind of sad.
Aw.
But I think it could make a comeback, but government moves too slow, and that's just round and round we go, right? I mean, it feels like we just talked about this till we're blue in the face, but it's like, get out of the way. Get the old rubber stamp out, Moski. Or hire somebody who will, dude, and just
Yeah, get it rolling.
yeah.
And I liked your questions of like, okay, what do we need to do to like get this going?
Yeah. And it was kind of like crickets.
Well, yeah.
She put it back. We can move on in the topics, but she put it back on, which I thought was interesting. I was like, is it because you, the board of supervisors, can't get your shit together? Is it the public? And she was like, I think it's the board of supervisors and the public can't get their shit together.
Sure.
And I think that's true. Like this community can't get on the same page of what the message that we want to stand behind and run down the field with is.
And I think especially now that the world is so divided, like it trickles down into our small communities as well.
Yeah.
Politic wise.
Unfortunately.
You know what I mean? Like they see corruption on major scales and major levels. And then if you believe that, you believe that local government is corrupt and that everybody's out for this or that. And you know what I mean? It's just, I think it trickles down to that fact. And so how do you become united and everybody wants change? It's a difficult task.
Yeah. And I don't know. I guess there's people that elect you, so that's important. But I also feel like at some point, politicians got to stop listening to everybody squawking in the chambers and just do what needs to be done to get things moving. And they might not like it at the time, but they'll like it once if you're effective.
Well, what happened with
does that make sense?
Yeah. But what happened with the city annexation? That disappeared real quick because a bunch of people got up in arms about it.
Yeah.
They're redrawing the lines now and they're doing all this shit. Like that's just another many years to that project. And you know what I mean? Like we don't know shit. But like I don't know shit. The public doesn't know shit about shit. Like the intersection at Talmadge is a really good example of that, I think, because everybody had like this big opinion about, that's going to be terrible. Costco moving in there and it's going to be a traffic jam and these idiots don't know what they're doing. And that doesn't work. That's never worked. And this and that,
Right.
Works fucking just fine.
Yeah. So if
something's there and it's moving.
Right. So if you would have not brought Costco in because the people didn't like it, and then you're always going to be complaining and not have a tax basis and not doing anything. But if you just ignore the haters, bring it in, and then you see them shopping there next week, and everyone's stoked, it goes away. It's just like run towards the gunfire, not away from it.
But that's the thing. We can't get past the break, to be able to surf the waves. We can't get past the fucking crashing waves out far enough to where they're not crashing and you can just live your life out there,
Well, that's what I think we need to elect people that'll do that. I really think that's what it comes down to.
I got my number 2 pencil ready, you guys. Get out there and freaking run.
It's like all of these people complaining about the cannabis ordinance and not my backyard and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you can listen to all those people, but really just pass the ordinance. Say, okay, thanks. We heard you. But we need money.
Yeah.
And none of you have brought everybody who got up here and squawked about it didn't have any actual solutions for the problems. They just wanted to talk about their fears of what it could happen if you do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so unfortunately, it's like, if you're not contributing to the tax basis here, then it's like, well, we gotta, there's no laws we can pass that are going to get a 75-year-old person doing better at their job because they're retired.
Yeah.
So what about the people that are here trying to keep their families and be successful and build?
I wonder-
how can we help them?
Do you have any data, being a real estate agent, on the population growth or decline of this area in the last like couple years?
Not necessarily on the growth or decline, although we could probably look it up
Does
and see.
does the housing market kind of tell you? Because I know when COVID happened, you saw a lot of people moving up here,
Right.
And I'm wondering if there's people taking off from here. I hear a lot of people taking off, but I don't know if it actually shows on some statistic or something.
Yeah, and I think the real question, like what I can tell you what I experience here,
Yeah.
right? Which is you'll see older people moving here and younger people with families leaving. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
People
And the
who,
older people want it just the same because they moved here for it to be just like this.
exactly, they already had their time in the rat race, you know, and they want to escape that to somewhere like Mendocino County. So,
Yeah.
you know, the housing market right now is struggling. Like, you know, there's not enough inventory, but anyway, we don't have to go into all that. We could do a whole podcast on me as the
Housing
real estate
inventory?
agent if you want to do that. But
No, I want to watch the video of you and Gemma.
oh yeah, dude, let's watch it and then we can talk about Afro Man.
No, Jimmy, I did not buy you a pup cup. Sorry, I did not buy you a pup cup.
You can't hear it.
Okay, that's my Starbucks. You gotta get your own. Then you didn't have any money. Jimmy's mad I didn't get her a Starbucks, but we're tired of paying for everything.
Sounds like Jimmy's throwing a tantrum over coffee.
Was this real?
Yeah, that was I hit a button on accident and the Grok AI in my Tesla turned on.
Kind of weird. I was just trying to have a conversation by myself.
My car has a built-in AI.
No worries. Talking to your pup is the best kind of combo.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was wondering what you thought of Afro Man, you know, getting dismissed from his lawsuit and what you thought.
Have you seen any of this Afro Man lawsuit stuff?
Just one big. An Ohio jury ruled in his favor yesterday, saying he didn't defame those deputies by using real raid footage in his hilarious lemon pound cake videos. He protected his right to mock them as public figures, and it's a sweet win after they raided his home for nothing.
So I guess the real question is,
What?
like it or not, lemon pound cake.
Dude, he wore that suit in court, bro.
Yes.
I love
it.
I love Afro Man.
I love it too. So these guys raided his house, didn't find anything, and they stole a bunch of his shit or something like that.
Well, they took his money. So they raided his house because some person said that he had a basement where he was holding women against their will, and that there was narcotics in there. And so the sheriff's department come and they break down his gate, and then they take a battering ram and batter down his door, and then they go through his house and don't find anything. Like there was nothing in his house other than like $5,000 in his suit pocket in his coat, or in his suit hanging in the closet that he forgot about because he was too drunk and high when he did a show with Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa and left his $5,000 cash in his pocket. So
Then he got high.
so they
and
took
forgot about his money.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Right? He got high and forgot about his money. It was in his suit coat, and the cops found it and they took it. But the thing is like how much they counted that they took and how much he got back was off by $400. So somebody had, according to him, took $400, and they claimed they just miscounted. But the funniest part was like his mom had baked him a lemon pound cake, and it was like in his kitchen in with like a glass like case over it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like you'd see back in the 60s, and you can see this fat sheriff like look and then do a double look at the pound cake, dude. You can just tell he wanted a fat slice, right? So anyways, he asked them to repair his door and all that. Like basically they didn't find anything,
Yeah.
and gave him back his money, and it was short. And he was like, calling him to be like, well, will you guys fix my door? Are you going to fix the gate? Like, and they
Yeah.
basically are like, if you call here again, we're going to fuck you up, Afro Man. Don't call here again.
And that's when he wrote the lemon pound cake song.
And then he wrote these songs. Have you, dude, they're so funny, dude. Hey, bring up Lick 'em Low Lisa.
oh yeah.
Have you seen? There's this like lesbian cop who sounds like this.
And she was the one crying on the stand.
And her name is Lisa Phillips, and he wrote a song called "Lick 'Em Low, Lisa." Lick 'em low, Lisa. Eats 'em like pizza. That's enough. So he wrote all these hilarious songs, and he used actual footage from his cameras because he had gotten broken into before and called the cops, and the cops never came. So he rigged his whole house with cameras.
Yeah.
He's like, black man in America got to protect himself.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I did. And
Is that accurate, JJ?
dude, that actually sounds just like Afro Man. I've been watching this nonstop.
Oh, holy shit.
So anyways, he made all those videos, and then he got sued by the sheriff's department for defamation of their character.
Oh, yeah. And then one.
And it was like, for like $3 million they sued him. But the thing that's so funny about it, dude, it was like one of those when Johnny Depp went to trial.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Did you have a mega pint of red wine, sir?" And he's all, "A mega pint, dude." These guys
Are
sound
you
like
fucking dumb?
right. So they had all these sheriffs up there. He's like, "So you are known as Officer Poundcake, correct?" And he's like, "Well, Mr. Freeman calls me that. I don't know why." He's like, "But that's why you're suing him now, because everyone refers to you as Officer Poundcake, correct?"
Yes.
And then they were playing the songs, right? To be like, this is, and like Lick 'Em Low Lisa cried the whole time. But there's like a law, dude, that if you play a bit of the song, you have to play the whole song. So you're not like only playing the parts that, you know, go towards your case.
Oh, what a glorious, glorious day.
Lick 'Em Low Lisa is a 15-minute song. And
No fucking way.
And in the middle of it is her crying in a deposition. And so they're sitting there in court, and he's dressed in an American flag suit with American flag glasses, playing Lick 'Em Low Lisa with the whole court there, dude. And she's like crying and like making a scene, and Afro Man is just standing there like staring her down, dude, just looking straight at her, ice cold, dude.
For 15 minutes?
Oh, bro, the whole song.
Oh, that
And
is
then-
so cool.
And then they played Lemon Pound Cake and Will You Fix My Gate? Will You Fix My Door? Oh, dude. It was just so funny.
That's rad, dude.
And it went just like viral, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody was playing it. It was just so funny. And I think partially just because Afro Man was wearing that American flag suit.
That's pretty dope.
It's super dope, dude. Yeah, he's a
This
funny
dude's
guy.
this dude has like a suit maker.
Yeah.
He wears suits all the fucking time.
He's got a thing going on, dude. You know what I mean?
He does.
It's hilarious, dude.
Yeah. He's awesome. Big fan. Big fan.
Big fan of Afro Man, dude. He's cool. Maybe we'll get him on the podcast one of these days. All right, I got something else funny for you. Go to the Lion Talk thread and click on the Lion King there. And make sure your microphone is...
Which one?
So you got to go to the thread.
That one?
No.
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 That's me.
Yep, that one. Okay. Turn it up.
You were way off.
This just changed the Lion King forever.
Do it again. What does it mean? It means, look, there's a lion. Oh my God. It means, look, there's a lion. Look, there's a lion. Oh my God. There's a lion.
What the fuck?
Have you seen this, JJ? You know the beginning of the Circle of Life?
Yeah.
the part that everyone thinks is like the coolest shit.
Yeah.
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 All they're saying is, "Hey, there's a lion! Oh my god! Look, there's a lion!"
Wait, that's really what they're saying, or they're saying that in like African?
They're saying it in African.
Oh, okay.
It's in like Zulu or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you translate it,
It says, "Look, there's a lion. Oh my god."
look, there's a lion.
Wow.
So, anyways, I saw a big thing about it where they were like, "That's not actually what it says."
Oh yeah. Everybody's got fucking their rebuttals, dude.
Yeah, and then
Just-
they broke down like the translation, and like I read it, and it still means like, "Look, there's a lion." Or it was like, "Here comes the lion,
okay.
His Majesty."
Fucking leave it alone, guys.
Dude, how
God,
funny is that, dude? It's just like, bro, all that fancy shit.
Wait, can you play it from the beginning again? I want to hear him sing it.
You were way off. All right. All right. You said it. Do it again. Yeah, what does it mean? It means, look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, that's it.
That is not what that means. That's exactly what
Ah, Svenya, Skabada,
Sebundaya.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, there's a lion.
He did
Oh
it.
my god.
He did do it way wrong.
There's a lion.
Wow, dude.
So, anyways, we cleared that up. I thought that was just so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
What? You think that's funny? You know, dude. Knowing is half the battle.
The more you know. Okay, let's look at the one that I posted. This is fun. How long is this video? Let's look real quick first. Oh, goodness. Just play it from the beginning. Yeah. No, go. Yeah. See right there. This is Trevor Noah interviewing a trans woman about the trans sports in the Olympics.
Okay.
Let's see what they have to say about it.
No, I completely hear what you're saying. So let me ask you this then. Again, eliminating fringes, because everything on the internet becomes fringe. Everything becomes a fight and an argument. If somebody comes to you in good faith, and I mean genuinely good faith, and they say to you, Veronica, I was born a woman, raised a woman. I've suffered or lived and experienced life as a woman. This is where I am. This is where my body has gotten me to. I've grown as a woman. My body has had the testosterone, estrogen that it had to get me to this point, and that's why I am here. And I feel like you may or may not have the advantage, but we don't know yet. So why can't we wait to know these things before you compete against me? How would you respond to that?
Because that's not how human rights work. So the way human rights work is that the default is inclusion, and the burden of proof is on the people seeking to exclude, not the people seeking to include. So I want to share something shocking with everybody. It wasn't until 5 years ago that we actually studied the relationship between natural testosterone and performance, and we found that there is no relationship whatsoever between unaltered, natural, endogenous testosterone and sport performance. About 0.5% of elite male track and field athletes at the world championship level are below the women's average of testosterone, competing with men with 80 to 100 times as much testosterone at no competitive disadvantage. And that fact has not been picked up by the broader media landscape. So when you say, I'm a woman and I have this much testosterone, well, first, there's a huge range within women. Definitely. Into the male range. And there is no relationship between her having a competitive advantage over women with lower testosterone. So there are elite cis men with low testosterone, lower than a given woman, who's out competing her. Mm-hmm. So our bodies and biology is not this simple. We thought it was, and it isn't. So we know that when you add testosterone to your natural levels, like doping, you tend to get bigger, stronger, faster. We also know that when you drop your testosterone levels, like trans women tend to do, you tend to get slower. but what your natural level is has no relationship to your sport performance.
Okay.
And
Oh,
we've been
God.
cycling out-
Are we still doing this?
So she's
I thought we solved this.
she's claiming that there is no she's claiming that there's no advantage.
Right. Okay.
Of
I mean, she could claim that she's a dog and wants to go, sniff someone's butt, but that doesn't
sure.
make it true.
Sure, that's not what she's claiming. She's claiming that there's no advantage to a man transitioning to a woman and playing women's sports with other women.
Right.
There's no biological advantage. There's no difference. There's no. It shouldn't even count.
Yeah.
Like it or not.
Me? Fucking hate it, dude. I just can't stand living in like the clown world where like it's so obvious what the truth of the matter is, and we're gonna have to like try to isolate something. So okay, so is testosterone the only measurement then of the differentiation between a man or a woman?
Absolutely not.
Could it be muscle mass, bone density, skeletal structure, any way the brains are? I mean, there could be any number of different things. Why do we have men and women's sports to begin with then? Why don't we all just play together?
Right.
Right? Because
Right.
we all know as kids, when you're playing with the girls, if you play like you played with your friends, you make the girls cry. You know what I mean? And
I played Smear the Queer before.
yeah, and nobody likes making
No
the
girls play that.
No, and that's right. Because they
Except for one, and she got tackled and cried, and then nobody ever played it again.
we all got in trouble and got the ball taken away. Dude.
Exactly.
We all know. Yeah, you
Exactly.
don't fuck around, make the girl cry, because then the game's over, dude.
Exactly,
You
dude.
know what I mean?
You ever watch the WNBA?
Yeah.
You do?
No.
Why not?
No.
Because they don't compete like the men.
And not only that, women don't even watch the NBA, the WNBA.
Well, that's a whole different.
I mean, how many women do you know that watch women's basketball?
No, none.
You know what I mean? They don't go.
Maybe if like a mom has a daughter in basketball or something like that, they
or
might
if the
watch it or
the
something.
mom
That's
played
cool for
played basketball in college or high school.
Yeah.
Right. But like, I never played. I never played football. I watch football. Right. I never really played basketball. I watch basketball.
yeah.
You know.
You play baseball. You don't watch baseball.
I watch a half an inning if it's the World Series and they're
me in
down
the-
by 2 and there's
Shoot me in the
bases
mouth,
loaded.
dude. I'd rather crack my teeth open on a staircase than watch baseball.
I mean, it's so obviously absurd, and nobody even agrees with this except for trans women.
And Trevor Noah. He goes on to really stand up for.
Yeah, he gets paid for that, dude. But the reality of it is like, if you were born with a wiener, then you play sports with men
Who have wieners.
who have wieners.
Yeah.
And even if you cut off your wiener, it doesn't mean that you are no longer a man. It just means you cut off your wiener.
Right.
And it's fine to be whoever you want to be.
Right. That's not the issue.
We've talked about this a million times, dude. I just can't. This is like, are we really still talking about this?
Yep. They
You know
are.
what I mean? It's like, okay,
They are talking about
Yeah.
it.
put untrained Drew and an untrained woman in a boxing ring with, boxing gloves, and we'll just be like, yeah, it's equal, right? I can just punch her. Or
Why
wait,
don't men hit women?
that's what I was just gonna say. Like, what happened to this? Oh, well, why don't men hit women? It's not okay for men to hit women, even though women hit men often, and it's still not okay. But it's not nearly the sentence of scumbaggery that you get sentenced to if you hit a woman,
Yeah.
even if it's in self-defense.
Right.
Why is that? What is So anyway,
Because we're different.
yeah,
We've always been different. It's
that's-
always been that way.
yeah, and men shouldn't hit women, usually because
You know what I like to see though?
what's that?
I like to see videos of men hitting women.
Oh, dude. we don't want to get that clipped out, dude. You sure? Can we edit that? What videos of men hitting women are you watching?
See these ones on the internet where like the bouncers are taking out the drunk chicks.
Oh, no.
I have a whole new genre to send you.
Well, that's a little different if some drunk chick gets like
Hey.
handled by security as opposed to like some dude. running
I
up
don't
and-
like to watch domestic violence videos. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, good. I just wanted you to clarify because
Yeah, dog.
we're gonna get another 1-star review on that one, doggy dog. We only got 2 brain cells left, and we just lost one.
Yeah, it's like bouncers, like like drunk chicks that are in the bar and they got to throw them out and they're swinging on the bouncer and shit like that.
Yeah,
Those kind of drunk women videos.
bouncers throwing out drunk chicks. I mean, it is true, dude. Drunk chicks be out of control, dude.
Oh
You
man,
know what I mean? Like really out of control.
you're not gonna find it. I'll send. I'll send you guys some.
Go ahead and drop it in the chat, dude.
Yeah.
How about another one? Click on one of those Nick Shirley ones I sent you. We can touch on this.
Oh, are we
'Cause
still doing this?
we're going state to state now.
Okay.
You can play that one, I guess.
We asked the governor of California, we asked questions like this. Does the governor see any need to ramp up oversight for daycare receiving Medi-Cal funds? You previously mentioned California's ban on new hospices. Is the state doing anything to crack down on existing hospice businesses that may be engaging in alleged fraud? Does Nick Shirley's video showing empty office suites appearing to operate as hospice concern Governor Newsom? And we get the same thing you get, Nick, which is memes, right? They dress you up in cameras and they say bad things about you, like you're the enemy. The governor should be thinking, you know what? We want to bring Nick Shirley onto our team so that we can get to the bottom of all this stuff.
Yes, the governor of California is an enemy to the people of California. He's literally working to support the fraudsters. Meanwhile, he could be working to expose the fraud.
All right, that's enough. Have you seen this where you know who Nick Shirley is, right? We talked about him a little bit with Bianco. Mm-hmm. So he went and exposed all the daycare stuff going on in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Sorry, with the Somalians. Well, he came to California and found the same thing. Just like he found like in one day of looking around like $100 million worth of fraud where, he's going to these like hospice cares and they're supposed to be in these buildings and there's all of these fancy cars, Beamers and Mercedes parked in the driveways, but there's nobody in any of these buildings, and it's just the same thing. We're sending.
And they make him look like a idiot.
Well, then everyone gets mad at him, right? Because for
That's what I mean.
exposing the fraud, saying, he's some kind of like, MAGA douchebag.
Yeah. That's their default now.
Instead
you
of
disagree with anybody, you're a MAGA douchebag.
Well, how could you be? What I don't understand, like, is not just the fact that we're getting totally taken advantage of and robbed. That's what this is. It's like you are getting forced to pay your taxes, and nobody's worse than the state. Don't pay your state taxes for a couple years and see what happens.
Yeah.
100% will just reach into your bank account and take your money.
Yeah.
We'll just take it. And then they take that money and then they send it to people that are running fake businesses and pocketing it. And some guy comes and says, hey, all of this money that you're spending is going to fraudsters, people who are just absolutely stealing money from the system, our tax dollars. And the government's, the governor's response is to make a meme making him look like the Joker from Batman.
Yeah.
As if he's some like villain. And it's like, bro, like, why is that? Like, who cares who you voted for? Fraud is fraud and waste is waste, dude. And it's just like, I think it's a big reason why California might flip red in the governor election this time. I really think there's a chance.
It's gonna happen. Yeah.
I think he's hitting the streets. And people are tired of this kind of stuff. They can make all the jokes they want sitting in their fat mansions or, put ladyboys in glasses with, linebacker shoulders saying there's no difference between men and women's sports, right?
Yeah.
But you don't see any women playing in the NBA.
All right.
You know what I mean? Or the NFL.
Right.
So, we'll see. But I think people are getting to the point where they're tired of it. And I think the other part of it is it's both sides. It's not just everyone's fuck the Democrats and we want Republicans. It's like, no, there's a lot of people tired of all of it.
Yeah.
Like Trump isn't a lot of people's favorite person anymore either, with
Yeah.
all of this war in Iran and going back on everything almost everything he said he was going to do.
Right.
And just totally shitting the bed.
Yeah.
So people are very, very disenfranchised with both sides of the fence here, and we'll see what happens.
You know what? Recently, changing gears a little bit, recently I've kind of shifted my perspective about homeless people here in Ukiah. I've had a lot of way more interaction with homeless in this town than I ever have before. And housing is a fucking big issue here for people, especially people who are previously homeless and now trying to get their fucking lives straightened out. It is very hard for them to get into housing.
Yeah.
So I remember having conversations about this with you, about this homeless problem and all the different things that we've talked about and the solutions and any of this and that. And it seems like an impossible task for some people to not be on the streets. There's just, even with the help of the government and the city and all these things, there's still, it's super fucking difficult.
What's so difficult?
So you
about
can
it?
take somebody off of the streets,
Yeah.
rehabilitate them in a residential, treatment facility, which there is in Ukiah, and then where do you put them? Right? So they've gotten their shit together. They want to change their ways. They don't want to be, nobody that I've met wants to be homeless, right? Like they get some sober time underneath them. They're doing what they need to do. They're trying to get their kids back. They're like trying to be a decent human being again, right? And willing to do what it takes. And then their funding runs out to stay in the program because they can't stay in this program forever.
But they shouldn't be in a program forever, right? Isn't the point
Right,
of the
no,
program
exactly.
to rehab them?
Exactly. But housing is a big piece of that, right? So
Sure.
if you rehab somebody from the streets where they're out on the streets, they're doing drugs because their environment is fucking nuts, right? One of the reasons why they're doing drugs, right?
I would do drugs if I lived on the streets.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That'd be the only thing that make it bearable, right?
100%.
I get it.
And, there's the whole street game out there, of who you stay with, where you're staying. There's territories, there's things like that are going on like underground with that makes it harder. Safety is like a huge fucking issue. A lot of people aren't aggressive. You know what I mean? A lot of people come in fucking scared and like sleeping with knives and like, you know what I mean? It's a big deal. So they come in, they get rehabilitated, and then where do they go from there? And if they don't have anywhere to go, then they go back to the streets.
So,
like, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to fix this problem of drug addiction and homelessness when there's not resources. There are resources. There's not enough at all. There's huge waiting lists for even low income housing. There's very little options for transition age people, which are like, 17 to 24. There's very little options for them. There's very little options for elderly people to be placed in a house. You know what I mean? There's a few options, and if they're lucky enough and they qualify, they can get into those few options. A lot of them leave county and go somewhere else because there's lower waiting lists in other places. But some of them don't have any options. They don't have any family. They don't have any friends. They don't have support systems or anything like that that would help a person to thrive once they've spent some time rehabilitating themselves and getting on their feet, right?
So,
let alone the job thing is another thing too, because
that's what I was going to ask about.
Getting a job is really hard for some of these people because they have records, because they have no job experience, because they don't have any life skills. And you don't learn that in 30, 60, 90 days. That takes a process of, So I don't know, man. It's a lot harder than I thought it was. I knew it was hard, but like it's a fucking big challenge.
So when you say rehabilitate somebody, what does that exactly entail? Are we talking just rehabilitate them from being a drug addict so that they're no longer using and or dependent on a substance?
That's just part of it. But a lot of people that I'm speaking from my own experience. I just want to say, like, I don't know. I'm generalizing, right? So I don't know. I'm not an expert or don't know like all the answers, just from my experience. That like just stopping doing drugs and alcohol is only a fraction of the issue, right? They've learned negative thought processes, negative patterns, negative habits, like all these other things, and a lot of trauma, you know, from either childhood or adulthood of like traumatic events happening, and they're in survival mode. And so taking the drugs and alcohol is how they're coping with all this shit.
Sure.
And then you take that away and there's a lot underneath, right? Like, and so it depends on the person and their willingness to work on whatever they're working on, but they have to change their thought patterns, their behaviors, like all of that stuff. And it not just, you know, the 30, 60 or 90 days that they stay isn't doing all of that all at once, but like as willing as a person is to work, like that's kind of what you get, right? So some people are like in there willing to do whatever it takes, want a better life, want to get their kids back, want to have a house to live in and get a job and get things, and transportation's a huge issue, you know, so there's a ton of barriers in the way of these people being able to not do drugs and not be homeless.
Yeah.
And I didn't see the depth of the barriers before, like I see now, you know? So it's like, fuck, dude. I can see how lucky I am to have what I have in my life, because if I didn't have family, friends, you know, all these external support systems, like I could be fucked, you know?
Yeah.
It's a really fucking hard thing, you know? So it's way more complex than I thought too.
Well, I never thought that it was not complex. I think there's a lot to it. I think the problem is you have society that's willing to contribute the resources to help the people, but you have a government that is turning the ability to get those resources into a business and not using it to help the people that the money was given to help. They're taking it for themselves.
100%. And that's why I brought it up, because this reminded me of that. You know, like it's not okay. The way that people are living, right? Which you and I have talked about and agree on. That's what bothers us the most about seeing all these fucking homeless people, right? And it's like they're not doing any, like, where's the 24 fucking million or whatever that was missing?
That's billion. Dude.
Billion, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do we got going on? And we're in a fucking small town where our homeless problem is small compared to San Francisco. You know what I mean? So like, all these places are full. All these people, you know, it's fucking.
I mean,
rough out there in the streets.
I agree. What you're saying is obviously the truth, because just look around. And sorry, I'm getting over a cold and got twinge in my throat here.
Yeah. So it's just been interesting to
that doesn't mean you have to take a shit on someone's doorstep. That doesn't mean you got to be running up and down with a knife. That doesn't mean you have to leave trash and destroy public parks and bathrooms.
Totally.
Like, you know what I mean? There's got to be at some point where you take some personal responsibility for yourself instead of just saying, oh, it's my mom and dad didn't love me and I can't get a job and it's too hard, so fuck it. I'm just going to, like, I get it, but it's not easy for anybody.
Totally.
Life is not easy.
Totally.
You have a house and kids, and it's like, you got to work every day to keep your mindset right, to stay sober, to get a job, and pray that your family supports you. Like, we're all there. And you're right. Any one of those things can happen. But you got to ask yourself, like, if you're homeless on the street, are you going to be like just a complete, like, walking pig pen?
Yeah.
Destroying and being unpleasant to be around and screaming at people? So.
And a lot of that stuff has to do with drug use and mental health, too. And within every group of people, there's a group of assholes that ruin it for everybody else.
Sure.
Right. So that's I think a lot of what we're seeing, because the rest of them are not out in the view, you know, they're hiding away, they're doing their thing. So, I mean, but yeah. And also, like, I can also imagine how overwhelmingly negative, and how would I pull myself out of that hole if it was overwhelmingly hard to do, and I have starting from nothing, you know? How the fuck would I do that, dude? I don't know that I would have the strength or courage to be able to start. Where the fuck would I even start? Like, how, you know? then I start and I get into a program, and then what? And then I'm still fighting. You know, it's I just don't know, man. It's really overwhelming. It's hard. I can imagine. And there's people that are doing it every day. There's people that are graduating and doing whatever it takes and finding something that works for now and trying to, you know. But
well, and I think that and I just think that rather than be like, okay, we pay more than almost any state to help these people, and yet we're perfectly normalized them living on the street. That's not okay.
Yeah.
There's plenty of ways that we could be more effective in helping these people.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the frustration.
Right.
It's like, if you're running a business, taking care of your kids, trying to keep your wife happy, you know, doing a little bit of work for yourself or creative that you work, there's not a whole lot of space to go out and be like, okay, let me help a homeless person change their lives. So instead, we advocate that responsibility to the government. We say, look, here, for every, you know, $100 I make, you're going to take 20. And of that 20 that you take, you're going to spend 3 of that to help this guy here who's on the streets. And so the government comes and takes it, and then you give your $3 for every 100 you make, which adds up to a lot of money over time.
And then Newsom gives it to his wife.
And then Newsom steals it.
What the fuck?
And then gives it to people to do hospice, which sounds great. People need hospice. Let's donate our money to hospice, except for they're stealing.
It's not happening.
And then when you go, hey, they're stealing your money, people go, you're not wearing the right color. Fuck you, man. You fucking MAGA.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, we're just like people here. Yeah. Just trying to do what's right, not really taking sides here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And anybody... I don't know. It's just interesting to me. I do see what you're saying, but I also feel like then we need to hold leadership more accountable to help, or we need to stop giving the money to government and help people ourselves. And that's really where I'm more.
What if we did that? What if we just didn't
Right.
pay taxes and they were like, where's your taxes? And you're like, oh, it's cool. I gave it to the homeless shelter.
Yeah, I actually got a couple homeless guys living on a vacant lot and a couple RVs that they're cleaning up my fucking yard.
'cause you
a couple
couldn't do it.
properties, and I let them live there for free, and we're nursing them back to health.
Yeah.
My buddy Carter knows
Thanks
a lot about drugs and alcohol abuse. He used to do it, and now he's 20 years sober, so he's on to something, and he's teaching them his ways, dude. They smoke a lot of fucking cigarettes and eat a lot of Tootsie Rolls, but you know what? They're off the booze.
Exactly, dude.
I totally agree. Like, I just think the government can feckle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep a
Get
jail.
fucked.
Keep a jail. Keep a road. You know, we'll take.
We're good with that.
And a firefighter here and there.
Yeah.
And other than that, we don't need you.
Yeah, we're good.
We really don't.
Thank you.
You think we need you.
Yeah.
But nobody needs you.
Yeah.
Because you're not. You're
And you've
ineffective.
convinced that everybody else thinks that they need you.
Right.
What happened to this thing where, you know, government works for us? That's
Right.
not the case.
That's why they need to all be fucking fired.
He said it himself. I've been saying it for years. Burn the fucker down. Let's start over.
I just think it's and it's the heart of, I think both of us is like libertarianism. It's not. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm a libertarian in the fact that we need small government.
Yeah.
The federal government wasn't designed to be deciding on all of this shit. You know what I mean? Whether it be abortion or, you know, all this. It's like, no, protect the borders. You know what I mean? And then like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And we got states. And
Get out of my milkshake.
We'll run these different states the way we run. And then if you don't like the way a state is, you can move to another one that's more like where you want to be.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, I do know.
For real.
I know. Tennessee's looking mighty appealing, bro.
I don't know. Too many Californians out in Tennessee right now, dude. You know what I mean?
That's Nashville, dude.
That's like getting out of one hot tub and into the next one, dude. You know, it's still hot. What's that? It's cheaper. Barely. It is cheaper, but, you know, to us, a house for $400,000 is cheap.
Send it.
Dude.
Just fucking send it, bro.
There's a lot of places not to blow their cover, but dude, you can move to like many places in the South, dude. I'm gonna blow your hometown up and send all my blue friends with rainbow glasses. They'll be like,
JJ
that
doesn't like what we talking to him.
That don't go around here, la dog. You can send that California prudent pick it back where he came from.
Oh my god!
But why would you want to move somewhere in California it up?
Yeah. I don't. But you know what I love about the state still is that you can drive anywhere with where we live. You can drive anywhere. Within 2 hours, you're completely somewhere else.
No, dude.
Fuck. That's
California
cool,
is
dude.
dope as fuck. Don't get me wrong. There's a reason
So cool.
we put up with being on the verge of communism. Where fucking fruitcakes.
I swear to God, dude, 14, 15 more fucking dumbass rules around here and I'm out of here.
Yeah. As soon as pedophiles start getting on the fucking gay flag, I'm out. Whatever they get, they're going to have a teddy bear on the fucking rainbow flag, dude. Your boy's
For
out.
pedophiles.
Yeah, dude. I'm getting my own Florida key at that point, dude. Lays Coco.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, it's beautiful, but it sure is a shit show around here.
Yeah, it's our little shit show though, and I'm here for it. You know, I don't want to leave, but I also am like, bro, you guys are crazy.
It's like we have this. We have property up above Potter Valley, right? And the last couple of times that we've stayed up there, there's been this deer that like gets really close to it. He's not afraid of us, you know,
Because you're at his cabin.
and he gets really close to it. And he's a loner deer. There's never anybody ever around him, and he kind of trips over things. And he's just like the kind of this retarded deer, you know. And we're like,
Dear retard.
yeah, we're like, well, look at him. He's retarded, but like he's ours, you know. Like
Yeah.
we're not gonna shoot him, or you know, he's
Yeah.
just part of the family now. Like,
What's your point now?
it's the same thing about California. Like, it's pretty retarded, but it's like ours, you know.
Yeah, it's our
fucking-
retarded deer.
Yeah, until I move.
Until I get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck that.
Which
dude.
I think-
Writing's on the walls, dude.
I think the time I leave is about the time my kids get ready to go to public school. I'll be like, okay, time to go.
Yeah, there's you know who we should have back on is my buddy Chris Sweet. He's now the principal of the Ukiah Independent Study Academy and the adult school. And he's doing rad things, dude, about personalized learning plans and not just following the fucking traditional learning patterns.
Yeah.
It's really fucking cool shit.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
You know, I just, you know, maybe I will run for government just so I can, you know, see if I can actually fix something or if it really is just impossible. Because I'll let you know, dude. Once I
Why
get
not?
in, I'll be like, yeah, it's fucked, dude.
yeah.
You can't get shit done here.
Yeah, what do you have to do? 2 years at the most?
I don't know, 2 or 4?
You got 2 years for it.
2 or 4 years. Yeah, maybe I'll do it.
Why not?
I don't know. Would you vote for me out there in Like It or Not land?
No. Wait, them?
Yeah.
Me.
You would.
I already told you I don't vote. Right?
You're voting, bro. I'm going to watch you fill it
Hey,
out.
if you run, I'll vote.
You don't have to
How
check
about
any
that?
of the boxes other than the one with my name next to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
If I run, yeah.
The last time I voted, it was for Roseanne Barr because I thought that was funny.
My wife voted for Kanye West once.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's funny too. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's a big joke. Yeah. Well, cool pep talk, man.
Yeah, I'm here for
Really
you, dude.
glad we're solving the world's issues.
Dude, I trimmed my mustache. Did you notice?
Nope.
It feels different.
Does it?
Did you notice?
You did not.
It looked less mustachy.
Yeah, no, I trimmed a lot off.
Yeah,
dude.
now I see it.
It used to curl.
Yeah, it looks a little cleaner.
And you can see my teeth.
You can. Wow. You got nice bright teeth. Have you whitened those?
I just brush them twice a day. Pretty simple. Learned that a long time ago.
You don't brush them twice a day.
For sure I do.
I don't believe that.
How often do you brush yours?
Get your wife down here. Let's see.
Emily! God, since I don't brush my teeth! Here she comes.
She said.
It's all.
She's all, hell no, we don't.
Stop once if it's twice. There it is.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, you did clean yours up a little bit.
Yeah.
I like it.
How about you? What you got going on, dude?
I don't know,
Let me see.
dude. I got a little thing.
You
going
got like
on.
the Stevie Wonder, dude.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, bring up Stevie Wonder's facial hair.
I don't know about that. No, fuck you, dude. I just saw that shit.
No, you
I sent that shit to you.
Let's see. Stevie Wonder's facial hair.
I don't look like Stevie Wonder.
You gotta don't type in Stevie Wonder. Type Stevie Wonder's facial hair. God damn, dude. I'll be telling you exactly what to do. There it is. Yeah, click on one of those.
That's not it.
Yeah.
No, that's not it at all.
Yeah, that one.
He looks like a
That's what you got, dude.
Hey, don't do my brother Stevie like that, dude. Take that shit off there
got
right
the-
now.
You got the under mustache, dog. Look at Stevie's teeth, too. Damn, I didn't realize he had them piranha teeth, dude.
He doesn't either.
Oh! That's kind of my point. Like, who'd be cutting Stevie Wonder's facial hair like that?
I sent that to you, dude.
And then you went and cut yours just like it.
No, it's not like that.
Yeah,
at all.
dude. Looking like pussy lips, dude.
It's more like Hulk Hogan. I like that better. Thank you, JJ.
But he doesn't have the under mustache.
You think I should cut that part off?
Yeah, or just like trim it like a soul patch. It's a little long. You kind of got the Stevie Wonder, dude.
I do not have the Stevie Wonder.
Look at the Hulkster, R.I.P., dude. What a G, huh?
Yeah. Hey, how about sending out another RIP to old Chuck Norris, dude?
Yeah, R.I.P. Chuck. I'll be honest though. Can I be honest about Chuck Norris?
No.
I never really got the whole Chuck Norris. You did?
My grandma watched Texas Ranger.
I know, I did too. That show was fucking boring, dude. I was like, dude, this is fucking what is it, Chuck Norris in a cowboy hat, dude.
You know what show I loved was MacGyver.
Yeah, that was good.
Did you ever watch MacGyver?
Yeah, but Chuck Norris wasn't in MacGyver, dude.
No, he wasn't, but it just reminded me of
Okay, name
MacGyver.
one movie Chuck Norris is in. Go. Exactly, dude. Go ahead. Chuck Norris.
I don't know, but he's a
Texas
badass.
Ranger, the movie.
Dodgeball.
He wasn't in Dodgeball, dude. That's
Yeah,
the
he was.
movie that came up.
Sidekicks.
He's in Expendables.
That was good. I never saw that.
You know what I mean? They're like
What?
Chuck Norris's shadows are scared of
there's-
Chuck Norris. And
There's a million of them.
yeah, but nobody knows any of them.
No, just not us dumbasses because we're retards, remember?
We only have one brain cell left, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, bummer. He passed away. If Chuck Norris and Steven Seagal got in a fight, who would win?
The referee.
Oh, Chuck Norris, dude.
Chuck Norris would.
Steven Seagal is such a piece of shit.
I heard he got in a fight and he shit his pants. Have you heard that? What, dude? There's
Dude.
something to that. I can't remember the whole story, but he was like, he got choked out and then shit his pants.
Steven Seagal shits pants.
Yeah. The legendary showdown on how Gene LaBelle made Steven Seagal shit his pants when doing judo.
That looks fake.
No, I think it's real.
Look at him
dude.
now, though, dude.
Oh my God.
Sloth strength. Look at him now. Look at that fucking guy.
He kind of looks like Afro Man.
You need glasses, bro. I don't think anybody thinks that you look like Afro Man.
Who?
Steven Seagal right there.
He looks like kind of just like a little puffy and same facial hair.
Yeah. Remember when he tried to do that? Nope, because it didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well,
MacGyver was a great show.
how about Quantum Leap?
Loved it.
That was a good one.
Loved that show. My Secret Identity. Loved that show too.
What was the one
Secret Identity.
with Evie, the chick who could freeze
Out of this world.
out of this world, dude? That was before your time, dude.
Yeah, JJ don't know none of this, but we do.
Would you
For
like
sure.
to live on
Yeah.
a star?
God, I loved her.
What years did that run? What was her name? Evie?
Oh, it must have been like late 80s. I don't even. 91? Yeah,
What-
I was going to say it barely went in the 90s.
What year were you born?
95.
Oh, Jesus
This
Christ,
is
dude.
actually before your time.
It literally was, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that and Saved by the Bell. Do you know Saved by the Bell, right, JJ? But you never watched it, right?
I never watched that show. That show's boring.
What?
dude. I hated that show, dude.
Why?
I don't know. I just never got into it. I tried. I just never.
What
thought-
about 90210?
Nope. Hated it.
Oh, I watched all the 90210 episodes.
Really?
Yeah, and just
That was like what girls watch, dude.
I watched it. No, that was Melrose Place. Melrose Place I did not watch, but 90210 I did, and then I rewatched all of it like 10, 12 years ago.
I like Cops and like Family Matters.
You did like Cops. Every time I went over to your house, you're on the couch watching
I
Cops.
like watching the cop about to fuck him up, dude. He's got meth in his pocket right there. I saw him put it in there.
Look at that crackhead run.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Get him! I don't even like Cops, but
I come in, dude. You're all sweaty on the couch. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm watching Cops.
You know what else I got into for a while? It was Jerry Springer.
Oh, of course.
Did you watch that? That was before your time, too.
Yeah. Jerry Springer, before it was like real drama, like before it was like really, really scripted.
Yeah. When it was
that
actually
was like the.
Yeah. When it was first coming on, it was kind of like just a show.
Yeah, but he was different from all the other daytime talk shows already, and then they saw the appeal, and they were like, "Oh, let's pump this up by 1,000."
Start bringing all the trailer trash on.
Yeah. And you're not the father, and then they would scrap on the show, and he had the bodyguards there, and the crowd would be like, "Fight, fight, fight!" That shit was nuts, dude.
I think that was Maury Povich, but yeah,
I like Judge Judy too.
Oh.
'Cause I love to see her just fucking rip into people, dude, and just make them feel like shit.
I love Judge Judy, dude.
Hey, we gotta get Judge Judy on the show.
That would be great. I think I almost had I think I had a crush on Judge Judy at one point.
Ew, what?
Is that weird?
Yes, that's weird, bro. We were
hot.
like 7 and she's fucking
look right there,
63, dude.
She was on for a long time though. I was just like, she could teach me a lesson, dude. You know?
You did not have a crush
I think I'm in trouble.
on Judge Judy.
I mean, nothing serious, you know. But
What about the Golden Girls, dude? Did you like them?
I mean, Blanche is aight.
There was a. She was
You
the
know?
like super sexualized one too.
Yeah. If I had a couple Manhattans, you know.
Not now, dude. I'm talking about back then when you were 7 watching this shit.
I've been watching reruns last week, dude.
Your old Blanche kind of gave me a chub.
But Betty White had all the money, you know what I mean? So I was just like, all right, I'll rub her feet, dude. Just sign this check, Betty.
Oh God.
Yeah, dude.
Who's the oldest chick besides Blanche that you've had a real crush on?
That's like a celebrity?
No, just like in general.
I was in love with my 3rd grade teacher. Is that weird? Like, I don't know about in love. Like, how in love can you be when you're fucking 8? But I was like, dude, what's up?
I was in love with my PE teacher.
Well, see, there you go, dude.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Damn, dude.
Oh,
that one got him. That one got him good.
Fucking burned you, dude.
Anywho.
Right, you know.
I don't remember what her name was.
She drag out that sack of balls every time the bell rang, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
Wouldn't dress down because I couldn't keep it down. You know what I mean?
Anyways.
What else?
Oh, that's it. That's all she wrote tonight, dude.
JJ's like, we're running out of tape. You gotta talk too long here. You fucking. We really are, dude.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, folks, leave us another review.
Why did we save that for the end, dude? We should have came out fucking firing.
Yeah, rearrange this shit before you release it, JJ. 707-234-8926 is our phone number. You can reach us there. Text message, voice message, whatever you want. If you got a review for us, if you have a question for us, if you have a guest suggestion, leave it at 707-234-8926, and we will play it on the show if it's appropriate, or especially if it's not appropriate.
Particularly if it's inappropriate.
Yeah.
We'll play it.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think. Like it or not, baby. See you on the flip side.